सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण परमात्मने नमः। श्लोक नंबर 11। यदक्षरं वेदविदो वदन्ति यदन्ति यद्यतयो विशन्ति यद्यतयो वीतरागाः यदिच्छन्तो ब्रह्मचर्यं चरन्ति तत्ते पदं संग्रहेण प्रवक्ष्ये। सर्वद्वाराणि संयम्य मनोहृदि निरुध्य च मूर्ध्याधायात्मनः प्राणम् आस्थितो योगधारणा। ओमित्येकाक्षरं ब्रह्म व्याहरन् मामनुस्मरन् यः प्रयाति त्यजन् देहं सर्वति परमां गतिम् अनन्यचेताः सततं यो मां स्मरति नित्यशः। अव्यक्ताद्व्यक्तयः सर्वे सर्वाः प्रभवन्त्यः रागमे। व्यक्तात् सनातनः परमां गतिं यं प्राप्य न निवर्तन्ते पुरुषः स परः पार्थ भूतानि येन सर्वमिदं ततं यत्र काले त्वनावृत्तिम् आवृत्तिं चैव योगिनः प्रयाता यान्ति तं कालं वक्ष्यामि भरतर्षभ अग्निर्ज्योतिरः शुक्लः षण्मासा उत्तरायणं तत्र प्रयाता गच्छन्ति ब्रह्मविदो जनाः भूमो रात्रिस्तथा कृष्णः षण्मासा दक्षिणायनं तत्र चान्द्रमसञ्ज्योतिः योगी प्राप्य निवर्तते शुक्लकृष्णे गतीह्येते जगतः शाश्वते मते एकया यात्यनावृत्तिम् अन्यया वर्तते पुनः नैते श्रुति पार्थ जानन् योगी मुह्यति कश्चन तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु योगयुक्तो भवार्जुन वेदेषु यज्ञेषु तपस्सु चैव दानेषु यत्पुण्यफलं प्रतिष्ठम् अत्येति तत्सर्वमिदं विदित्वा योगी परं स्थानमुपैति चार्यम्. Okay, so what we had seen is the Paramam Aksharam Swarupam, which he had told in the 11th shloka. Tatte padam sangrahena pravakshye yadaksharam vedavido vadanti, that aksharam vedavido vadanti vishanti yadyatayo vitaragaha. People who give up the vitaragaha and they are completely composed for which aksharam, to reach which aksharam, yadichanto brahmacharyan charanti, people who practice brahmacharya vratam so disciplined way to reach which padam, tat te padam sangrahena pravakshye, I will tell you completely without keeping anything with me, fully I will explain. This Pratignya Vakyam of the 11th shloka, he starts it in the 20th, 21st and 22nd shloka. Okay. Parastasmattu bhavaha anyaha. Paraha tasmat. So before this he was talking about aksharaha. There are two now. One which is pratyaksha drishyamanaha, which is visible. Lost. I can see blankness. That in Prakriti which is visible. The visible world is talking about. That is one Prakriti. The other is unmanifested Prakriti which is there. That is number 2. In that unmanifested Prakriti also there is one more unmanifested, he says, which is apart or beyond this Prakriti. So paras tasmat, tasmat paraha, which is tasmat paraha, bhutagramasya evayam bhutva bhutva praliyate ratrya vashapvarta prabhavatyaha ragame. Brahmaji's day and night, where you have the Srishti and the Pralayam. In that people will keep coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. So you have two clear Aparam Brahma, which is First one is Bhutva Bhutva Praliyate, having come and gone in this world, and other one is Ratriyagame Vashappartha, that Pralaya, unmanifested Prakriti. So two have been told here. Then he says there is something beyond this unmanifested also. Parastasmattu bhavonyah avyakto vyaktat sanatanaha. Avyaktaha avyaktat sanatana. That which is unmanifested, but beyond that unmanifested. Okay, and it is sanatana. Tas yassa sarveshu bhuteshu nashyatsu parantu parastasmat na vinashyati. Everything else will come and perish, but this will never perish. It is imperishable. Is it clear? So he has started talking about what is Parama Aksharam here. Okay. So now in the next one he says Avyaktaha Aksharam iti uktaha tamahu pandit paramangatim. Paramangatim yam prapya na nivartante taddama paramam mama. Ityuktaha, this is how it is mentioned, that tam avyaktam aksharam, that avyaktam aksharam, unmanifested aksharam is saying. Why unmanifested? Last class I have explained this in detail. Why unmanifested aksharam is talking? Why avyakta aksharam? Sanatana is Sanatana, okay, but why avyaktam? What is vyaktam and avyaktam? Manifested and unmanifested is based on what?
Space and time.
One is that, how do you know which is there in space and time? By what do you understand that?
Our senses.
Correct? So, pramana uttaha, pancha pramana uttaha, either it is by pramanam or it is by very clearly my perception. Sarva pramana agocharaha iti avyaktam iti akshara. Because it cannot be perceived by any pramana, it cannot be perceived by any senses. Why? From that only pramanas and senses come. So how can the effect reach the cause? And hence it is called the causeless cause. Where the cause is possible, you call it a causal body, causeless cause. That is how they give meaning to it. So avyaktat avyaktam. It is beyond that avyaktam. Okay. So avyaktoksharam iti ahuhu yam prapya, one who reaches that aksharam, na nivartante, there is no return for that person. Tad dama paramam mama, that is my place where you can attain me. Iti tamahuhu uktaha. Ityuktaha, that is how it is mentioned, and you may please understand this clearly. Is it clear? So he is now talking about the three which is going to come in the 15th chapter again. 15th chapter, what is the 15th chapter? Correct? So, Kshara Purushaha, Akshara Purushaha, Uttama Purushaha. 15th chapter talks about the same. Kshara Purushaha, now the word give is what? Here Akshara he says. That it is called Kshara Purushaha. That Purusha which is destructible. That means Vyavaharika Srishti. Then what is the next one? Akshara Purusha, which is in the potential form, unmanifested Srishti. Okay, and then you have Uttama Purusha, which is beyond these two, which is called Aksharam here. Same concept, different words, don't get confused. Very clear? Here what 3 he has told, the same 15th chapter is going to talk about the 3. Clear? In no place this Akshara Purusha comes or Avyakta Prakriti comes. Either it is Vyakta. Whenever we talk of Jnanam, what do we talk of? Vyakta Prakriti, which is visible, manifested. And I am made up of Atma, the Jivatma or the Brahman, and Prakriti, which is Vyakta. So we never talk of Avyakta in Jnanama. Avyakta is a concept which you have to know. But for us, what is practically required in jnana? Are you going to say that, okay, in my 10th janma, I should not get any dukkham, so I want. No, you will say, in this janma, I don't want, right? So in this janma is all vyaktam. There is no avyaktam in that. Correct? It doesn't, if I am going to get jnanam here and now in this janma, what difference does it happen to me which was 50 million years before or 50 million years afterwards? It is meaningless. Correct? But then for the concept to get complete, these are principles put in place. So whatever is valid today will be valid posterity. It will be there. It is time independent now. Are we able to get that? It will only keep being in cyclic and that will keep going on. Because that is Srishti and that is Brahmaji's job. He will keep doing it. Is it clear? So now he is giving that akshara which he has told that I will give you what it means. He is giving very clearly. Avyaktam aksharam iti uttam. Then he says, how is that aksharam? In the next shloka we will see. Purushassa parah partha bhaktya labhyastvananyaya yasyantasthani bhutani yena sarvamidam tatam. Purushaha saha paraha partha bhakya labhya tu ananyaya yasya antasthani bhutani yena sarvam idam tatam. Okay. This one shloka is very nicely put. By giving one concept, you can get a corollary of the other concept. You will see that. Purushaha saha paraha partha bhaktya labhyaha tu ananyaya yasya antasthani bhutani yena sarvam idam tatam. He Partha, Sambodhana. Partha, when it comes, is He Partha, He Pruthu ka bacha, who is Arjuna. Pruthu putraha Arjunaha ityeva Partha. Bhutani yasya antasthani santi. Bhutani yasya antasthani. And then you have to complete it with a word santi. Yena idam sarvam tatam. Saha tu parah purushaha anyaya bhaktya labhya. This is how that asti, this is how that statement will come. Looks very difficult, but it is a very, very nice and simple. Hey Partha. Now, he is giving the first one. Before this, what did he say? Avyaktoksharam ityuktaha aksharam avyaktaha ityuktaha paramangatim yaprapya ninivartante. He is giving the benefit of Brahmajnana. Correct? Now he is giving Brahman Tatastha Lakshana. What is Tatastha Lakshana? We are in a class, not in discourse. कि हो गया कभी तो सुना था. What is Tatastha Lakshana? What is the other Lakshana? Not of Swarupa Lakshana. So what is Brahman Swarupa Lakshana? Satchitananda is the Swarupa Lakshana. What is Tatastha Lakshana? Why it is called Swarupa Lakshana? Why these technical terms are not getting fixed inside? We have talked about it, but every time it is volatile and going off. After giving some hint, you get it something. But again after that it has gone. Why? What is Swarupa? Meaning of Swarupa? Intrinsic. Okay. Yat atyantikam tat swarupam, which is innate. Remove that and it doesn't exist. Sweetness of sugar is atyantikam, the normal sugar. Correct? Saltiness of salt is atyantikam. Correct? What is agantukam? What is agantukam? Acquired. Acquired. So once something is an innate, intrinsic, something can also be acquired. Hot water. Heat is agantukam or atyantikam? Wetness is atyantikam or agantukam? You understand? So wetness is atyantikam of water, hot water. Heat is agantukam of hot. That means it can come and go. Situation dependent. Correct? To understand this innate intrinsic nature, you either talk directly about the innate nature or you talk through something by which you reach to the innate nature. Okay, if I tell, I know this person is atyantikam. If I say, I know that there is a person who comes to this class, could it be this? It is via touching that person now. Are you able to get that? So, directly going to that main aspect of it is called Swarupa Lakshanam. That qualities which are atyantikam of something, without that you cannot, there is no other way to, rather I will say the primary so-called qualities. With Brahman I have to call so-called qualities because it doesn't have qualities. Okay. So Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam are not three different qualities of Brahman. They are the same aspect of Brahman seen through three different filters. Seen through time, Sat. Trikale Tishtati Ti Sat. Seen from the time perspective it is Sat. Seen from second one is what? Chit is what? What is that? Jnana Swarupaha. Seen from sentiency is Chit. From the perspective of sentiency, when you see it is called Chit. Same thing. Third is Sukha Swarupaha. Ananda Swarupa is Ananda. So seen from the absolute beyond our Kama Krodadi, the absolute innate nature of Anantatvat Ananda. So time, knowledge and space. When you look at it, these three filters, it becomes the same object. Here I am calling it object for you to understand it. That subject is considered to be object to know it from that perspective. Okay. But if you don't use these three filters and you use any other to reach any of these three filters, any of these three aspects, it is called Tatastha Lakshana. That means sitting at the bank. Tatastha means bank of a river. Sitting in the bank, referring to the water, is called Tatastha. Sitting in the water and referring about the water, within the water, is called Swarupa. समझ में आ रहा है? Keep this, drill it very clearly. So here is going to refer to what? Tatastha. Means what? Indirect way of connecting to what? Akshara Purusha. The earlier one, what it was? Swarupa. Directly connected with respect to what is the benefit of getting that jnana. Okay. Here now he is going to give the Tatastha part. What is the Tatastha part? He says, Bhutani yasya antasthani santi. bhutani yasya antasthani santi. Yena idam sarvam tatam. These two very clearly says he is referring from a tatastha part of the benefit. What is bhutani yasya antasthani? What is antasthani? Huh? What is antasthani? What is stha? Established. To be antastha. Established within. Yasya. In whom bhutani antastha. In whom everyone are established. When you say in whom everyone are established means what you are referring to? Everyone refers to what here? Space. In whom the space is established. In whom the time is established. Are you able to get this? You have to use little grey matter now. Because then only you will understand why they are referring to it as a, otherwise you will objectify it. So that you do not objectify that parastasmatu, they are making it a subject that inside whom every one of us are established. Yasya antasthani bhutani santi. Okay. Same concept comes in Upanishad. Bhrigurvaiva rudihi varunam pitaram upasasara adihi bhagavo brahmeti tasma etat provacha annam pranam chakshushrotram manovachamiti tadumho vacha. Now comes that. Yato va imani bhutani jayante. From whom all these bhutas have come out. Only if you are established you can come out from that. It's a way of telling it. Okay. Yena chatani jivanti. Who is living in it. Yat prayantya visamvishanti. Srishti sthiti laya prakaranam with Brahman being established in this three. From where the whole Srishti has come. In whom the whole Srishti is established and currently there, and in whom the whole Srishti will become Laya. That becomes Tatastha Lakshanam of Brahman. Same way, in whom Yasyantasthani Bhutani Sarvam Santi. Are you able to get the logic clearly? Huh? Yes or no? Ask me if there is doubt. In whom everyone are established. That means if I am established in something, where are we established today? We will say this earth. Because I am established here. Ye hila to main hil gaya. So I am established here. Where is the Prithvi established? Apaha. Apaha. Where is Apaha established? Prithivyapastejo Vayuranasha will get established that way. Not as per our logic now. Where is Akasha established? Tasmadva etasmad atmana akasha sambhutaha. So where are all established? Yasyantasthani bhutani. So you have to, that one line you have to break it into small and then give that connection and then you, oh, now I understand why he is telling that. Otherwise I don't understand. So where are we all established? In Brahman. When we say we, what if we are established in Brahman? We is made up of what? Bhagatyagaha, we is made up of what? There is no Paramatma. We, when I say I, That Paramatma ko udhar chhod diya. We are all established in Paramatma when I say, what is we now? Pancha Mahabhutas, which is Prakriti. And only Prakriti we are. Atma, where is this Pancha Mahabhutas established? Where is Prakriti established? डाउट आ गया क्योंकि अभी तक मन में ऐसा है कि प्रकृति अलग है पुरुष अलग है. That is indirectly sitting. Right? We are all following unknowingly Sankhya philosophy. Although we may talk Vedanta, but in reality we believe that there is a Purusha who is good for nothing but blessing everything, and there is a Prakriti which is separate. समझ में आ रहा है? And we are made up of both these parts together. And Vedanta says no. अथ चतुर्विंशति तत्वोत्पत्ति प्रकारं वक्ष्यामः. ब्रह्माश्रया सत्वरजस्तमो गुणात्मिका माया अस्ति. So Brahmaashraya you have missed out now. Ashrayatvat you have missed out. That means Brahma is separate. Sattva-rajas-tamo gunatmika maya is separate. But the Sattva-rajas-tama guna is Brahman, coming from Brahman. My abilities are coming from me. How can my abilities be separate? So when I say I, even now, for all practical purpose, I am looking at this Mamsa Pinda, which is made up of Pancha Dhatus, and not everything as a holistic Brahman having two aspects. The main Atma part, which is the same Brahman, but a separate smaller Upadhi, which is the Pancha Mahabhutas called the Sharira. That shift of viewing is what is important. The moment we view it that way, automatically it will all go and settle down. I'll be able to get that. To get that view very clearly, he says, Yasyantasthani, Antasthani, Bhutani, Yasya Santi, where everyone goes and establishes and bees that. Now here we should not consider this Pancha Mahabhuta separately, all just when there is one big Brahman, and in that all of us are going and sitting there. Doesn't mean that, right? All the Pancha Mahabhutas together are Prakritis, Purushas, one of the aspects which is being shown out, and that which is ever evident at all time is the Purusha part, which what we call in us that sentiency, Sat, Chit, Ananda, Atma. So Atma is a part of Brahman, Prakriti is a part of Brahman. No, Prakriti is a part of Brahman, then we'll go to Atma. No. Prakriti is Brahman. No. So is it Brahman? So if it is coming from, is it that? Yeah, but is it that? Okay. My children are coming from me. Is my children me? So can you say Prakriti is Brahman? This is where when we go back and forth, you will get surely confused on this. If Prakriti is not Brahman, is it part of Brahman?
It has no independent existence. It has no independent existence.
True. My hand doesn't have an independent existence. Can I call my hand as a part of me? Correct? Is this hand a part of me or is this hand me? Part of me. If it is part, I can separate it. With any other objective world, you can use this law. If you superimpose this Vyavaharika Drishti into Paramarthika Brahman, you will fall with your head down. The moment I say Prakriti is a part of Purusha, there itself you should have a problem. First, is Purusha and Prakriti different? Then why have these two names? So confusing, huh? I thought it was so easy, but suddenly you have made it so confusing that, alright? Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha Nitya Vastu Ekam Brahma Tad Vyatiriktam Sarvam Prakriti Mithya Maya Eva Anityaha. Is it different or same? Nitya Vastu Ekam Brahma Tad Vyatiriktam. Apart from that, is it different or same now? Simple English. Huh?
In the relative sense, they are different. From the
In the
relative sense.
In the
relative sense, they are.
Now what did you say? This aspect is the most important aspect when we are into Vedanta. When are we referring to a topic from Vyavaharika Drishti? If you see it, Bhinnatvam will come and will have to come and will have to show it that way. The moment you go to Paramarthika, you should change the frequency and the tune of thought, that there is no Bhinnatvam. If you tell me Prakriti is different than Purusha, because Ata Chaturvimshati Tattvotpatti Prakaram Vakshyamaha. Okay, understood. Brahma Ashraya. Someone is the Ashraya. Sattva-rajas tamo gunatmika Maya Asti. Something is now established on Brahman. That means what is established is different from the establisher. So difference has come. That means parts have come. The moment you tell, I will say Brahma is Akala, Nishkala. How did you bring part to it? समझ में आ रहा है? Whichever way you go, there is always another. Hence we have to say from a Vyavaharika Drishti, because Prakriti is a part of Vyavahara, we have to understand. You cannot break the whole into part, but as I say that I and my knowledge of cycling are two different things. My knowledge of cycling cannot independently exist than me, and hence from that perspective they are two different things. Otherwise only I am there. My knowledge of cycling doesn't have an existence. Same way, this Prakriti which is coming and manifesting, which otherwise remains as unmanifested, was always there, and Brahman is only showing that it is manifested and it is unmanifested. It's an ability of Brahman which cannot independently exist. Prakriti is an ability of Brahman that is why Prakriti has Avarana Shakti and Vikshepa Shakti. Avaranam of what? Brahman. Vikshepa of what? Brahman and everything. It includes Brahman. If that Vikshepa Shakti was not there, Jnanam will not come to us. How do you understand Brahman without Prakriti's Vikshepa Shakti? If it was always covering Brahman, you will never uncover it, right? So, that ability is of Brahman, but Brahman is the single entity. That ability for understanding, we call it separate. But it doesn't have a separate independent existence. These are Paramarthik view. But when you come to Vyavahara, you can very easily say that this is Purusha, this is Prakriti. When I am referring to Prakriti, I keep Purusha aside. Two separate, because otherwise if I mix them, you cannot explain or tell the subject. That is why in our Shastras also, Purusha has got Shodasha Kala. Shodasha Kala Purusha they call. 16 Kalas, parts of Purusha. Why should that be there? For whom that will be important? Tell me. Shodashakala Purusha is important for whom? Who values that part more? Will you value it? Brahman has got 16 parts, if I tell you. Will you value it? Will you accept it? You will say the whole second chapter is gone. Yes or no? Veda says Shodashakala Purusha. Who will talk about it more? The Dvaitas will talk about it more. So seen from that filter, they can do it. Seen from Advaita filter, we can't do it. Because our basics on which that cornerstones on which the whole thing is standing, you can't shake that. Then the whole philosophy goes off. Correct? So this part we have to understand that here when we are referring to, he is giving the Tatastha Lakshanam of Brahman, where all of us are established. But when we say all of us, Yasyantasthani Bhutani, Sarveshu Bhuteshu, complete Prakriti as Panchamahabhutas are completely established in Brahman because it is Brahman's ability and it cannot exist without Brahman. Right? What about the other aspect? Bhutani is comprising of Panchamahabhutas and the Atma also. The Jivatma, what do you talk about that? Is it a part of that Paramatma? So all Jivatma's summation equal to Paramatma? Can you tell that way? So Param and Jiva are two different filters to look at the Atma. Aham Brahmasmi, that question itself the student asks, you are Sarvagunatvam, you have got Sarvajna Jnanam, I have Alpajnanam, you don't have Kala, I have got parts. How do you say we both are the same? That's where, what is the Tatparya or what is the subtle meaning of Aham Brahmasmi is told in Tattvabodha. That question is asked by the student, and what does the teacher say? Oh, I understood. Upadi bhedena jiva ikkyoho. Because of that upadi bheda, you are seeing it as two different. Remove that upadi, both are the same. So from that upadi, when you remove it, which is that prakriti, then Paramatma Atma and Jivatma Atma is one. So can you say that this Atma is established in that Atma? If you say also doesn't matter, if you don't say also doesn't matter, one equal to one you say, or you don't say anything about it, both are the same. Are you able to get it? So whichever way you go, Paramarthika Tattvena, you have to understand it from that perspective. He is telling that, understand that everything is established. That is why Paras Tasmattu Bhavaha Anyat Nasti. There is something beyond that and there is nothing equivalent to that. Is it clear? Right. So he says that Antasthani Santi. Yena idam sarvam tatam. Yena idam. Tritiya. Yena. Within. Idam. Sarvam tatam. Okay. Antasthani bhutani santi. The supreme can be attained by this. So it begins, all begins are in him and all are pervaded by him. All beings are in him and all are pervaded by him. There are two separate ways. All beings are in him. All beings are, the first one which we explained, all beings are in him. There is an Aikya Vakyam. That means you are not different from him. Okay. The other one is what? All this is pervaded by him. बहुत confusion है ना? Simple चीज को इतना क्यों confuse कर रहा है? What is pervasion? What is pervasion? reaching. The light pervades this room. The light reaches out to every place in this room. So pervasion means is able to reach and be there. So we all are there because Paramatma pervades us. Antaram Yamayati Antaryami is there. That is why we are all sentient living beings who are Paramatma himself. Ekoham Bahusyamaha. He has multiplied into many. Correct? Logically, you will say if he has multiplied into many, he should not be there. Because 1 liter of water, if you have broken into 10, that 1 liter of water is gone, you have got 10. No. That is why we say Purnamidam Purnamada Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. If you remove Purnam from Purna, one full Purnam remains. Samajh mein aa raha hai? This is not applicable for applicable for which Purnam? Modak ka Purnam is not applicable. If you remove Purnam, that Purnam is gone. But for that Purnam or this Purnam, whichever way you want to say, it will remain. Clear? So, when you look at it from that perspective, all being established in him, what does it say? He is the base for everything. Mula Adhara for everything. Because everything is established. Okay. Now the next point is this, everything is pervaded by him. Okay. Yasya is very clearly beings. Yasya, when you say it is all the beings, that means you are referring to only innate living beings here. So the chit part is very clearly connected there. My chit is Ishvara's chit. Or my chit is Ishvara. There is no Ishvara's chit. Are you able to get this? So all our chit is Ishvara because we are established there. Okay. Now the second part says what? He pervades everything. Where there is no chit, what happens? Does this have chit, ability to know? What will you call here? Does this have ananda? This table has ananda. This table has chit. What does it have? Sat. Trikale api tishtati iti sat. Existence. Correct? So he pervades not only in chit, he pervades in existence also. So the pervasion very clearly talks of further enhancement of infinity. How big? Pervades everything. Everything means what? Whatever you can think about. If your thought process increases, he pervades that also. Because of his pervasion only you could think. Because of his chit only you could think more. Because you thought more, he is still there. And where is he? Whatever you know, that's only 3 anguli, more than that he is there. Pado osya vishwa bhutani tripadasya divi. So one is talking of adhara, other is talking about expansion of space. One is establishment of all the bhutas, other is talking of expansion. So both are tatastha lakshanam. Clear? Now, this is related to what? Purusha. Very clear? What does he say in the last? Okay, what is the statement? Ananyaya bhaktya saha labhyaha. Ananya bhakti, with ananya bhakti you can attain this Purusha. Which Purusha? That Purusha into whom all are established, and that Purusha who pervades over everything. How do you attain it? Ananyaya bhaktya labhya. Is it clear? Okay. So here again, how to reach? Earlier very clearly they are told benefit. Here, how to get that benefit? The process of getting the benefit they are telling. And to get that benefit, you have to see him like that. Don't consider him to be Saguna Ishvara. The moment you consider him to be Saguna Ishvara, you have already limited that. Clear? So you have to, now you can't think Nirguna. Coming to this particular chapter, this chapter is focusing on what? Because only when you consider all these things, this Tatparya Nirnaya will come very clearly. Otherwise you will grossly go wrong. This chapter is referring to what? Krama Mukti is for whom? Who are Ajnanis. But they are already into the race of getting moksha. Correct? So it is for them. Now those people who have not got this Jivan Mukti are Ajnani because they never have done Nirguna. They have always done Saguna. Correct? So from that perspective, he is referring to Anyaya Bhaktya Labhya. Bhakti cannot be with Nirguna. Think. Bhakti is only for Saguna. Only when there is a form, Bhakti will be expressed. Nirguna doesn't need Bhakti to be expressed. What is Bhakti? Parama Prema. That undivided love is Bhakti. Sat Twasmin Parama Narada Bhakti Sutra starts that way. Okay, Bhakti is that where continuously a love which is flowing is Bhakti. Now that Bhakti will flow for a Saguna or a Nirguna. Clear? And hence this is referring to Saguna Ishvara Bhakti. Saguna Ishvara Bhakti, Ananyaya, one who does Bhaktya, that person, He Partha, will reach that Parapurushaha. Which Parapurushaha? Bhutani Yasya Antasthani Yena Sarvam Idam Tatam. Are you able to get this? So he is giving that Nirgunatva aspect. Nirgunatva is the chocolate wrapped with Sagunatva and showing it that do perfectly in the Sagunatva. Then what will happen? Not Nirguna, Saguna only. Where will you go? And what will you get there? Sapurusha. Parapurusha you will get there. So he is saying do Saguna Ishvara Bhakti, Ananya Bhakti, and you will surely get that. Now you will get what? Not that Saguna Ishvara. You will get moksha. Moksha you will get how? By Nirguna Brahma Jnanam. And that Nirguna Brahma Jnanam will be given by Brahmaji. And that Nirguna Brahma is how? Yasyantasthani Bhutani Yena Sarvamidam. निर्गुणा को सगुणा में अच्छा से लपेट के, and this is what every advertisement does. That product which is nirguna for you when you see the advertisement, it is nirguna. The product is nirguna. You are not touched, you are not used, you are not done anything with it. Then what did you do? I saw the benefit shown by someone in the way it is shown, and how did I like it? By the package. And I buy it with an aspiration that I will get Nirguna benefit. Yes or no? I'll get that nirguna benefit, and that's how we do it. So this marketing has been done very nicely, very effectively by our acharyas. They nicely know to market. How to seed that nirguna Brahman and still tell you that through your saguna you can achieve it, but do it very clearly. If that person would know nirguna, he would not even want to go for krama mukti. He would have been a jnani, jivan mukta. So the fact that the person doesn't know, but says very clearly that they don't say a lie, saying that no, yehi karo tumko milega. No. This is just an intermediary. यहाँ से तुमको इधर जाना है. इस जन्म में with this upadhi it is difficult for you. Those things will be removed out because of this punya. You will get an upadhi which allows you to go there first. Is it clear? So Tatastha Lakshanam we saw in this. Nirguna Brahman we saw in that. Saguna Ishvara Upasana we saw in that. And Nirguna Brahma is given by the Tatastha Lakshanam Yasyantastani Bhutani Yena Sarvam Vidam Tatat, where the infinite aspect and existence aspect, Anantatva and existence is what? Sat. Sat and Ananda is very clearly what in this. Chit you don't have to tell because you are actually understanding it. So Chit is there. The Sat and Ananda aspect is coming out here. Are you able to see it? Various aspects when you put, you will be able to see this. Now, what did finally Krishna tell in this? Do Saguna Ishvara Upasana, and at the time of death, if you get Ananya Bhakti of this Saguna Ishvara, you will go into Krama Bhakti. Yes or no? What he has not told him, but that is equally true. I say, you learn this 21 questions and give your exam. Do it pakka and give your exam. You are assured of minimum 60%. This is a statement I made. Saying this statement, what have I actually said without saying it? I didn't hear.
There is another way also.
I never told about another way. I am again making a statement. If you learn this 21 questions properly and thoroughly and you write it properly, you are assured of minimum 60% mark in this exam. This is the statement I made. Correct? So I have given you a benefit and I have told you a way to achieve the benefit. Clear? This is overtly, explicitly said. Something is also explicitly unsaid, but true. Fair enough, okay. But that is not mentioned in this.
Apart from those 21 questions, there is no syllabus.
Whether you are thinking, see, look, you can't go to a court. उठा के फेंक देगा वो लॉयर तुमको, क्योंकि जो स्टेटमेंट का बाहर क्यों जा रहे हो? व्हाट इज द स्टेटमेंट? इफ यू लर्न दिस 21 क्वेश्चंस thoroughly and write your examination, you are assured of minimum 60% mark. What is the corollary coming out? If you don't learn this 21 questions and you give the exam, you will not get 60% marks. Yes or no? That is a very clearly said statement without saying. For this.
So, without support.
I can't hear you. What is it?
Without support.
Without Saguna?
We can't reach nirguna. Does it?
No. We will come to the statement. I am only talking of 21 questions. Be with that. how to look at the shloka, we will see that later. Okay. So, do you agree that this is equally said without saying? Like saying that I have got two children, my elder son is very, very intelligent. If I tell, I have got two children, my elder son is very, very intelligent. What have I said without saying? Patterns. It's very clear. You don't have to say it, but it's very clear. That is why you mentioned that statement. Exactly like that, if you don't learn this 21 questions, you will still get marks, but 60% is not assured. Correct? Clear? From that statement, now whether it is true or false, we are not saying. Just go by the statement and you can make a corollary. What is the statement said here? If you do Ananya Bhakti of Saha Purusha, you will attain that Paramapadam, and that Purusha is in which everyone is established. Correct? What is the corollary? If you don't do Ananya Bhakti of this Saguna Ishvara, you will not get moksha, where the other two part is correct. Now we will change it. Okay. See whether the meaning goes correct. For every word, put appropriate, wherever you need to put appropriate opposite word within the scope. You will get your answer. Here the subject matter is Purusha. What is the other bhakti of what I can do if not Purusha? Bhakti of what I can do. If not of Purusha, kiska bhakti kar sakte hain? If it is not Saguna Ishvara Purusha, I can do of what? Other than Purusha, what is that? Prakriti. So I can do Ananya Bhakti of Prakriti. समझ में आ रहा है? Which has its limitation now. Okay. So Purusha, go word by word. I'm just, you can see those words there. Purushasya parapartha bhaktya labhyasva nanyaya yasya antasthani bhutani yena sarvamidam tatam. Correct? Prakriti sa apara partha. Prakriti is strilinga, so saha will become sa. Paraha will become apara. Partha remains partha. Don't say apartha there. Okay. Bhaktya labhyastvananyaya remains the same because that is an action which he has to do. Correct? Yasya becomes yasya. Antasthani, it is madhyasthani. Okay. Bhutani, yena becomes yaya, sarvamidam tatam. That means if I do Prakriti's Ananya Bhakti, I will be into Madhyasthani means Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. Think. Are you able to get this? So by saying one statement, he has actually said that there can be two goals you can achieve. One goal is what I am telling you. One goal is that which I am telling you don't do. If you choose the other goal, that is an outcome. Are you able to get this? Correct? Why do we have to look at this that way? Then only you will get a connection to the next shloka, because there is very clearly, he has mentioned in this shloka, Abrahma bhuvana loka punaravartinorjuna. 16th shloka. Abrahma bhuvana loka punaravartinaha Arjuna. They keep coming and going, keep coming and going. So if you are talking of one path where you are going to get moksha, obviously you have to talk of the other path where you will keep coming and going, keep coming and going. So one is Purusha Bhakti, other is Prakriti Bhakti. Are you able to get this? That is not very explicitly said, but we can make a general corollary out of it. That means if there are two paths, he is now going to talk of two paths. Because if only one is there, why should you talk of the second path? Krishna knows in the probability theory, the higher probability is in the path 2, which he has not marketed or advertised. So I cannot leave them. There are few who will be in the path 1, which I am promoting. Correct? So even if product you have, every company will promote few products which are highly profitable, but there will be en masse lot of product which many people will be buying, which is less profitable, but they want those volumes also. If everyone gets moksha, Krishna will have no one to talk Bhagavad Gita. Yes or no? So, धंधा चलना चाहिए. So, but at the same time I cannot propagate it. So I will propagate what is right. The other path is also there. समझ में आ रहा है? Correct? Because then it leads to marga dvaya. Two margas have to come out. The next sloka is talking of two marga. If everyone says there is only one, why should you talk of the second one? Right now? If everyone says all have to pass and go, all have to pass and go, no one will talk about ATKT. ATKT क्यों दिया है? The teacher will never say at least get ATKT. नहीं बोलेगा. You pass and go बोलेगा. In case you miss out, there is an ATKT. Correct? Exactly like that. Okay. So go to the next sloka. Yatra kale tvanavrittim avrittim chaiva yoginaha prayata yanti tam kalam vakshyami bharatarshava. Very simple statement he is now making. From this point he has changed the topic. Yatra kale. Now this is, I will have to tell some grammatical stuff. You may not like it, but I can't help it. Yatra kale has no meaning. Yatra kale has no meaning at all. Yatra has to be replaced with another word. Kala has to be replaced with another word. Then only you will get a meaning to it. Okay. So, yatra kale tvanavrittim. Avrittim. Okay. हे भरतर्षभ यत्र काले तु प्रयाताः योगिनः अनावृत्तिम् आवृत्तिं च एव यान्ति तं कालम् अहं वक्ष्यामि. अहं वक्ष्यामि means what? I am going to tell you now. अहं त्वां वक्ष्यामि, I am going to tell you now. So he is making now a statement, something he is going to tell. What is he going to tell? Again before that he has called हे भरतर्षभ. Okay, भरतर्षभ. Okay, you are, why is इतना चढ़ा के दे रहे हैं? Please understand कि if you understand it clearly, you will do the right things because you have a capability to do the right things. You have an eligibility to do the right things. So he says, don't consider yourself as good for nothing. You are Bharata Rishabha. So now listen to it. I am giving you two paths. What? Yatra kale tu prayata yoginaha anavrittim. Now, yatra kale is Kale means here it is not time. Kala is not equal to time. Please, okay. Let us do the other way around. Let me give you the word meaning and how nicely it is going to give you an answer. And if it gives you an answer, whether that answer is satisfactory, you will have to check. Then, if the answer is not satisfactory, then somewhere we have made a mistake. And that mistake is wrong meaning of yatra kale. So I am going to give you first the meaning the way it is written. Yatra, that, kale, time. That time, tu prayata, during death. Yoginaha, that time when the yogi dies, anavrittim Avrittim cha eva yanti. Reaches anavrittim and avritti. What is anavritti? Anavritti and avritti. These are all jugglery of words. They are very simple ones which have been made tough by using these words. What is vritti? Thoughts. What is avaranam? Avaranam. Covering. That which is covered means what? Avritta. Avaranam is covering. That which is covered is what? Avritta. The product is covered by the pack. Avritta product. Correct? Because it has got an avaranam. Okay. What is anavritta? Which doesn't have a covering. Anna is negation of avritta, which doesn't have a covering. Covering equal to what? If something has a covering, it just means what? What is it doing? What is a cover doing to it? Binding it. When there is no covering means what? Unbound, freedom. So avrittam means what? What is anavrittam? Then you will get avrittam. What is anavrittam? Unbound, uncovered, free, unlimited, infinite. So that which will lead you to uncovered, infinite means what? Moksha. So anavrittim equal to moksha. Avrittim equal to what? Samsara. समझ में आ रहा है? Okay. So yatra kale, in that time, tu prayata, in case you die and go, yoginaha, people who are in that path. Yoginaha, I will just take it that way. Yoginaha means yogis. Only yogis will go in either of the path. Okay. Now, how do you define that yogi later on? Yuj dhatu is connected. Yogina are those who are connected. That means those who are not connected to this are not going to come in this path at all. Who are they? Ajnanis. Ajnani, Arthakama people, they will not come because they are not yogina. They don't have the eligibility for it. Then who are the yogina? Who are connected to these paths. Will Jnani come in this? Prayata Jnani what? Jnani will also not come. समझ में आ रहा है? Completely Arthakami will not come. Jnani will also not come. Then who will come? Dharmi will come. Now this Dharmi who is there will come in what? Either to reach Anavritti or Avritti. Either to get moksha or to get samsara. Okay. Yatra kale, that time at the time of death, when that prayanam starts, prayata, one who travels, reaches a destination called moksha or samsara. Eva yanti, yanti means to reach. Reaches that destination only in which path he goes. Or when at that time when he dies and starts the movement, he will reach that destination. Tam kalam vakshyami, I will tell you that time. So what is the meaning be? Hey Bharatarshava, I will tell you that time by which time if a person dies, indeed that person on travel will either reach to moksha or samsara as the destination. What is the word meaning? Come again. What is the word meaning? I will give you that time. Tam kalam vakshyami. I will tell you that time, or I will explain to you that time. Which time when the person post death who is eligible starts the travel to reach Either moksha as the destination, or covered as the destination, bound as the destination, or unbound as the destination. I will tell you that time. Meaning वही है ना? Then the next sloka he will say. So we'll keep this like that only. Continue with this. Shloka over. Over.
The two parts have to be still elaborated.
That will come now. In the next sloka. The two paths will be elaborated. So avrittim path is one, anavrittim path is another. That is going to be elaborated. But avrittim, who will reach? Who dies at that particular time? That time I will tell you. Now, is it clear? Now go to the next sloka. This sloka is not over. Huh? We are going with this meaning and taking the next sloka now. Agnirjyotirah shuklaha shanmasa uttarayanam tatra prayata gacchanti brahma brahma vido janaha. Agni Jyoti Ahaha Shuklaha Shanmasa Uttaraya. Tatra Prayata Gacchanti. At that time, whoever dies, Brahma Vido Janaha, those people will become Brahma and is Brahmavid. When Agnihi, Jyotihi, Ahaha is day. Shuklaha is Shukla Paksha. Shanmasa Uttarayanam is 6 months of Uttarayanam. Okay. Agnit Jyoti is, again it refers to daytime or good time when you are doing Agni Uttara. Okay. Or all those which are referring to what we call as day, good, lighted, 6 months of Uttarayanam, Shukla Paksha. Anyone who is dying at that time will go to Brahmaloka. Correct? Go to the next sloka. Dhumo ratristatha Krishna Shanmasa Dakshinayanam Tatra Chandrama Sanjyotihi Yogi Prapya Nivartate. Dhumaha, when it is less light, Dhumaha. Ratrihi, night time. Krishna Paksha. Shanmasa Dakshinayanam, at the time of Dakshinayana. When Chandrama Sanjyotihi, that he will go through that path which is called he will go with the light of Chandramas. That it is Surya. Here it is diffuse light. Okay. And yogi, prapya, whatever he attains, nivartate, will come back. Okay. Clear? So whoever dies in daytime, Shukla Paksha, Uttarayana, will reach Brahmaloka. Whoever dies in Krishna Paksha, night time, and Dakshinayana will reach Samsara, come back. And that is why, to add to it, she has already got it, very intelligent. Who waited? Bhishma waited for Uttarayana to die. Correct? If these three shlokas are clearly understood, then I have a basic question. In Shukla Paksha, Dakshinayana, Ratri. Shukla Paksha, Dakshinayana, Ratri, if a person dies, what will happen? Or Krishna Paksha, Uttarayana, day, if a person dies, what will happen? Are you getting it? There is a full confusion. make a statement which is only going to create more confusion, because there are going to be many people who will die like this and they may all be eligible. We are not referring to non-eligible people. Eligible person who is dying this way, कौन सा रूट देखेगा? ये टीएमसी का रास्ता जैसा रहेगा, सब जगह खड्डा बनाया, इधर से भी उधर जा सकते हैं, सीधा रास्ते में उल्टा आ सकते हैं, वो सब हो जाएगा इधर. But Bhagavan's statement cannot be that way there. So this question is a highly debated one from the Upanishads, taken even in Brahma Sutra and of course in Bhagavad Gita also when it comes. If it is deciphered this way, can only create confusion, and Veda never creates confusion. Veda tells the truth, which means there is some problem in my understanding. So let us relook at what is the meaning, and that's why we will go back to 2 shlokas before and see yatra kale equal to what. Yatra kale has to be replaced by yena margena, by which path, through which path. It is not the time, it is the path. Yena margena. Please note, yatra kale is yena margena, and anavritti is unbounded, which is moksha. Avritti is bounded, which is samsara. And yoginaha is margasthaha, one who is established in that marga. Now when you say a person established in that marga, how will that come? Because he should now be entering that marga at the time of death. Right? How will a person enter that marga at the time of death? For that, earlier shlokas I have already told, throughout your life, whatever you are doing, at the time of death, you will be in that marga. Which means, those people who have been shortlisted and who have passed that IIT exam, who are called dharmis, eligible people, have only 2 paths which they have chosen throughout their life, so that that particular or that way of life will be there at the time of death. And at that time of death, whichever is that way of life which you have chosen when you are alive is going to continue. And there are 2. Which are the 2? First one, Agnir Jyotiraha Shuklaha Shanmasa Uttarayanam Tatra Prayata Gachanti Brahma Brahma Vidojanaha. So, when a person who has already come to this path, we'll tell who is that person, huh? That we'll tell later. That person who has come to a path which is then led by Agni Devata, Jyoti Devata, Ahar Devata, Shukla Paksha Devata, Shanmasa Uttarayana Devata. 5 Devatas who lead him ahead. So it is not time, they are Devatas. So that person who has come to this illumined path, which are directed by these Devatas. That means it is like a relay race. In the GPS system, when you go from this place to this place, then you go from here to here, then you go from here to here. That GPS was not available. So they gave a GPS saying that in this path, you will first have Ahar Devata, who will lead you to Jyoti Devata, then who will lead you to the next Devata, like that, you will go. Okay, so now the story is talking about this called Shukla Gati. It is called Shukla Gati. So Shukla Gati has got few Devatas who will handhold and take you, because you don't know anything. You know things only when you are alive. After death, if you have to go, someone has to take you ahead, and there are Devatas for it, they have that job. Okay. Shanmasa Uttarayana. Tatra Prayata Gachanti. Wait, is that correct? prayata gachanti brahma brahmavido janaha. Brahmavido janaha, those people who are saguna brahma upasakas, who are brahmavido janaha, they will go in that path. Now, who are brahmavido janas, we will see that. Those people who are brahmavid, who has that brahmajnana. But brahmajnana has what? Saguna brahmajnana. So who are into saguna brahmajnanam, what they should have along with saguna brahmajnanam? Bhaktyatu ananyaya. So those people who have bhaktyatu ananyaya saguna brahmajnanam and does complete bhakti at the time of prayata, at the time of death, remembers me as the saguna brahma, they will have mentors taking you Agnir Jyotiraha Shuklaha Shanmasa Uttarayanam Tatra Prayata Gachanti, and reach where? Brahmaloka. This is called Surya Gati or Shukla Gati. Okay. Compared to that, you have the next set of people who are called, who are those people. Here Brahmavido janaha are given. Here yogi prapya nivartate. After achieving it, they will come back. Correct? Who are they? Those people who are, because of that particular way of life, lifestyle, at the end of the life, when they are remembering that particular lifestyle, will be led by Dhumra Devata, Ratri Devata, Krishna Devata, Shanmasa Dakshinayana Devata, and with Chandramasan Jyotihi, they will go through the Krishna Gati and then return back. Because earlier he had told what? Avritti Manavritti. Unbound and bound. So Shukla Gati will reach to Anavrittim. Krishna Gati will reach to Avrittim, and from there they will come back. Is it clear? Now, who are these people who will do this? They are yogis. Which yogis? Who do only karma. Who are karmis, who just do the karma as given by the Vedas. They are only doing karma, but they are not doing upasana at all. No bhakti is there. But they are following that path of karma, so they have a lot of punyam. They have accumulated a lot of punyam by doing that nitya naimittika karma, but there is no bhakti, there is no meditation, there is no that love and focus as upasana, as Ishvara, which I want to reach. They are just doing the karma will give some gati. From that gati, where will it go? This gati will go where? That Krishna Gati will, what is the destination? Samsara is later on, come back. But it has to reach somewhere and then come back, na? Brahmalok earlier one. दोनों को ब्रह्मलोक दिया तो गड़बड़ हो जाएगा. Swargaloka. So this karmis will go to Swargaloka, enjoy that for some time. When the punya gets exhausted, come back again. Now does it fit properly? So yatra kales yena margena, and not the time, because if you put the time you will only have more confusion. But if you put path, kale equal to path, very very clear it is that you need to be in this path throughout your life. So what is now Krishna telling Arjuna? There are two paths. You can be a karmi, you can be a karma samuchita upasaka, you can be. That means you do your karma, but the upasana should be very clearly that I am doing the karma. Brahmarpanam brahma havihi brahmagnau brahmana hutam brahmaivatena gantavyam brahma karma samadhina. I am doing it, I am nimitta matram, I am doing everything, but everything is Brahman. So I submit everything to Brahman, and whatever I get, I have prasada bhavana. That means I am going to do karma yoga and Chitta Shuddhi, with that I am going to have Manashanti as given in the 6th chapter. I am going to get Manashanti by meditation and keep that mind ready for Jnanam in Brahmalok. So I have prepared myself. समझ में आ रहा है? Pure karma and karma yogi. Karma yogi is who does an upasana. Pure karma, karmi, just doing mechanically the karma. It will not go, but you will go up to Swarga, enjoy and come. And here what everyone say, मरने के बाद स्वर्ग तो जाओ. Brahmaloka is out of reach. Our concept is only up to Swarga. Swarga जाएगा तो पक्का वापस आएगा. समझ में आ रहा है? So now two paths very clearly leading to Swarga return bound. ठीक है? मतलब you have a limited visa where you can go enjoy. Once the visa is over, you come back. The other one, you get a green card. Permanently you can go there. Then you don't have to return. Two paths, two eligibilities. Very clearly. One for karmi, other one is for karma upasana samuchaya upasaka. Okay. Now he says, and I have told you both the paths. You are intelligent. Should I tell you that what you have to choose? You decide what to choose now. Whatever you choose, you will get it. Because that is how the whole system is working. Is it clear? So for people who are arthakamis, this path is not there. They will not go to Swarga. There are other paths to Naraka, Bhuloka, everything is there. They will go through all that path and come back. More bonded or whichever way. Can come back as cockroach, anything can happen. But these people who have got punyam will go to Swarga. And after that, do you feel that they will come back as Krimikita? At least they will become Manushya. The chances of they become Krimikita will not be there. Unless Bhagavan is so nirdayi and that papam only fructifies. But that will be for a fraction of a second to complete it and go. Doesn't matter. But they will get this opportunity to get Jnanam here itself. Then you have the third set of people who want to take the flight and not come back at all. They will reach Brahmaloka and from there they will get moksha. Is the path clear now? Very, very clear. So when you put this meaning, it fits properly and it makes sense. But if you go by the word meaning, you will get lost because all the other combinations when you ask, no one has an answer. Okay. So yatra kale is yena margena. So kale equal to marga. Yatra equal to yena. Which path, not which time. Okay. So which path if I choose, I will get moksha. Which path if I choose, I will go to Swarga and return. Is it clear? So these two shlokas are now connected very nicely to the earlier shloka. Yatra kale starts there and then these two come. So when you take all the three, it makes sense. Is it clear? Is it clear to all of you? Chalo. Then, next one is Shukla Krishne Gati Hyete Jagata Shashvate Mate Ekaya Yatyana Vrittim Anyaya Vartate Punaha. Whatever we said now, he has repeated the same thing. हमने जो श्लोका में नहीं बोला उसको आगे बता दिया था, वो श्लोका में इस करेंगे. शुक्ल कृष्णे गति हेते. He clarifies that kale equal to gati. Are you able to get this? So Krishna himself clarifies here that Shukla gati or Krishna gati hete jagata shashvate mate. It is very well known in the world. It is not something I am telling you know. You also know it. Why? The Vedas tell it. You have learned the Vedas. Okay, when you go to the Vedas talk about these gatis very clearly. Yadasya vijnanam tajjuhoti yat sayam prataratti tat samidayat pratar madhyanti nagam sayam chatani savanani ye ahoratre te darsha purnamaso ये र्धमासाश्च मासाश्च ते चातुर्मास्य नियतानि ऋतवस्ते पशुबन्धा ये संवत्सराश्च परिवत्सराश्च ते हर्गणाः सर्ववेदसंवा एतत् सत्रं यन्मरणं तदवभृत एतद्वै जरामर्यमग्नि होत्रगं सत्रं य एवं विद्वान् उदगयने प्रमीयते देवानामेव महिमानं गत्वा देवानामेव महिमानं गत्वा आदित्यस्य सायुज्यं गच्छति अथ यो दक्षिणे in case it exists दक्षिणे प्रमीयते पितॄणामेव महिमानं गत्वा चंद्रमसः सायुज्यं गच्छति. And before that he is talking about the time. How long if you practice all this, you will get this. See, yatasya vijnanam, that knowledge or that path which you have taken, tad juhoti, that means you are doing the homa, agnihotra, the yajna, with that knowledge. How? Yat sayam pratarati, morning and evening. Yat sayam pratarati tat samidam, yat pratar madhyandinagam, sayanchatani savanani. How long? Ye ahoratre. What is ahoratra? Morning and evening. Darisha Purnamasa, 15 days. Darisha Purnama, ye ahoratre te darisha Purnamasa, ye ardhamasascha masascha te chaturmasyani ऋतवस्ते पशुबन्धा ये संवत्सराश्च परिवत्सराश्च ते हर्गणाः सर्ववेदसंवा एतत् सत्रं. You have to do all this yaga across throughout your life. Yanmaranam tadabhabritaha. So the time period when they say is every moment. To get that every moment concept, they are talking of all the steps. You do it morning, afternoon and evening. Like that you do it for every day, then every week, then every 15 days, then every month, then every 3 months, then every 6 months, then every year, and like that more 10 years, and like that throughout your life. That means every moment they are talking about. To give that concept, it has been pulled so much that you can never ask sick leave PL lega, not available. Like that both, both, not only Krishna Gati, Shukla Gati also, you have to keep doing the karma very clearly, then only you will get that. If you don't do it, what will happen? Pratyavaya Papa will come, omission ka Papa will come, so even this will not be available. Vedas are very clear. You do it, you get this. If you don't do it, you don't get it. Then you are not even eligible. तुमको वीजा ही नहीं मिलेगा फिर. रिटर्न वीजा या परमानेंट वो छोड़ो, तुमको इधर से गेट पे इधर रोक दिया. क्यों? चित्रगुप्ता विल टेल, देखो वो दिन तुम बोला था पिक्चर देखने को जाने का, इसके लिए नहीं किया. जाओ पिक्चर देखो. There no palm greasing and all will work. समझ में आ रहा है? Vedas are very clear. They will tell the truth only. Okay. So very clearly in all the 10 Upanishads, these two gatis are given. And clarity is given. And then said that if you consider any of these two gatis, you will go to Adhogati. What is Adhogati? Doomsday. If you consider these two, then what should you do? Not this gati at all. There is only अगर ये जन्म में ज्ञानम नहीं मिला तो ये ऑप्शन है. समझ में आ रहा है? So if you focus on these two gatis, gone. Then what have you to focus? Jnanam here and now. That 7th and 9th chapter will talk. But because we are talking Saguna Ishvara and completing this Krishna Gati and Shukla Gati, Krishna will say this is very most important, and hence you know you are intelligent, you should focus on that. least Shukla Gati, if not Krishna Gati, because he knows Arjuna doesn't have jnanam and will not get jnanam. Which are most of the people who are dharmika need not get jnanam here and now. Makes sense? So all that perspective is considered when Vyasacharya and Krishna tells them. Okay, and then he ends it up. So here the meaning very clearly is Shukla Krishne Gati Hyete Jagata Shashvate Mate. It is known very much. Ekayatu Anavrittim Anyaya Vartate Punaha. One goes to Anavritti, is moksha. Anyaya, the other one, Vartate Punah Punaha, Punah Punaha, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Marnam. That's all. So when I have told you the two paths and the two benefits of the path and what you are going to get now, Mr. Arjuna, you are so intelligent. Bharata Rishabha, you are the most intelligent among the Bharata Varsha. Can you make a wrong choice? Okay, because here Upasaka does not leave karma. And Upasaka does not leave karma, he is not a sannyasi. Please understand that. So he is talking of if you want Krishna Gati, you be at least an Upasaka. And if you are an Upasaka, you can't leave your karma fighting the war. Don't run away. Connection देखो कहाँ से आता है. Don't forget the scope of the whole text. So you can't run. For you, this is only important chapter. The others are only theoretical for you. ये तुमको possible है, reachable. क्योंकि तुम स्वर्ग में जाके बहुत बार आया है. उधर मजा नहीं है तुमको मालूम है. You better go to Brahmaloka, so you have a right choice here and now. भाग के गया सन्यासी हुआ, नहीं होने वाला. सब छोड़ छाड़ के I am not going to do anything, नहीं होने वाला है. Then what to do? Do it without an expectation. Brahmarpanam Brahmavi. That is the only thing. By contemplating on the Bhagavan, do your karma. And always see that it is given to Bhagavan. You are only a doer which Bhagavan's ajna is there. And automatically you will reach there. समझ में आ रहा है? Very clear? With this, you go to the last shloka, I think. No. Naite sriti partha janan yogi muhyati kaschana tasmat sarveshu kaleshu yoga yukto bhavarjuna. Again a corollary of the same thing. Na ete sriti partha janan. By knowing this, hey Partha, to understand this, you try to become a yogi and don't get deluded by other things. At least become a yogi. Yogi here means what? Upasaka. Every contextually the word yogi will be different. A yogi is yunjati, one who is connected. Connected with what? Upasana. So don't get, please understand, this is very clearly established. It has been happening. You are not going to be a separate person who is excluded from it. And if you want it, you please make your choices very clear. And hence, tasmat sarveshu kaleshu yoga yukta bhava. Hey Arjuna, you be yoga yukta sarveshu kaleshu. Clear? So with this he is giving a clear direction. Arjuna, you make the right choice. Be into upasana and at all times be with that mindset and do your karma. Okay, and the last one he says, Vedeshu yajneshu tapassu chaiva daneshu yat punya palam pradishtam atyeti tat sarvamidam viditva yogi param sthanam upaiti chadyam. Very simple. Vedeshu, in the Vedas. Yajneshu, by doing the yajnas. Tapassu, by doing tapas. By dana. These are the only 4 ways you can get punyam. By chanting of the Vedas, you will get punyam. By doing yajna, the whatever is told in the Vedas, the different yajna, paka yajna, soma yajna, you will get punyam. By doing tapas, you will get punyam. And by giving dhanam, you will get punyam. But all this punyam are useful for what? It is a visa to Swarga Lokam and return. Okay. Yat punya phalam pratishtam atyeti, beyond that, tat sarvamidam viditva. You have to go beyond that. Yogi param sthanam upaiti. First you become a yogi to do upasana and karma together, where in the upasana you are completely giving it to the Ishvara, and in the prasada bhavana you do the karma. That means become a karma yogi first. Is it clear? So, it is fitting very clearly into the concept what we are talking. It is not talking something outside. We need to interpret it properly. Different schools will interpret it differently. So don't get confused. Because we are very clearly, our focus is the 7th, 9th chapter and going there, which is Jnanam. We underplay this because we want here and now, we don't want posthumous award. If others want posthumous award like the Dvaita and Vishishta Dvaita, they will give focus on this and they will go through this marga. For us, ये secondary approach है. ये नहीं मिला तो ये ATKT है. These two marga is ATKT for us. उन लोग के लिए primary marga because that is not available at all for them. समझ में आ रहा है? Okay. So with that perspective, you have to take all this. Never, if someone gives a perspective about such lokas, never challenge it because they are talking from a different viewpoint. And that is right with that viewpoint. All are right with their respective viewpoint. Is it clear? We look at it from Advaita Jnanam, and for Advaita Phalam, here and now is what we focus. And hence, it will work. So more or less we have completed this. I will still take the last two shlokas and then the summary together in the next class. And then we will go to the 9th chapter. So this was a deviation of Gati, very clearly Saguna Ishvara, but the idea of Vedanta is Niguna Brahman, which will again come back in the 9th chapter, and that becomes the main thread. Hence we call this as a diversion and coming back. But this diversion is an important one for whom that is just theoretical. Either kuch to connection नहीं लगा तो at least ये तो शुरू करो. Then it will reach automatically. Yes? Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Namaskar.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಸರ್.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.